by now, your students have finished recording their videos and now they have to send them to you somehow. You want to make this as easy as possible for students. They're going to be recording most likely on their phones, but video files will probably be too large for them to send them as an email attachment or as a text or a WhatsApp message or whatever. So we at the Metropolitan Youth Symphony use Dropbox. There's a feature on Dropbox that allows you to create a file request that you can send to people, and then they can click on that and they upload their file. But that's not the only way to do it, certainly. Most students, most families, especially now that everybody is online, they will have a way to send you this through their phones, whether that's Dropbox. They can maybe send you a Dropbox link to their video, or Google Drive, or WeTransfer. Most likely, they're going to have a way to send that to you, depending on how many videos you're going to be working with. You might want to limit submissions to one single platform, but for the most part, it's probably better to make it easier on the family side, and then you just kind of deal with it on your end. You might have to pull some videos from Dropbox, some from Google Drive. The important thing is that you give them clear instructions as to how to do that. Then this is a battle you might choose to pick or not, but you might also want to give students and families instructions as to how to label the files. The reason why I say you might not choose to, pick this battle is that adds a layer of complication for the students and their families. And again, you just want to make everything as smooth as possible for them, because people have different levels of comfort with technology. So if you choose to do that, you might come up with a system where you ask students who are recording, for example, first violin, to name their files with, say it starts with 1A, like 1A, then name, last name. Then if they're playing second violin, 1B, or whatever system you want to come up with, or not. And then on your end, if you have, maybe your ensemble is not that big or whatever, maybe you don't even need to worry about this. But once you get all of those videos from Dropbox or Google Drive or whatever, you need to make sure to set yourself up for success by having an organized way of handling those files. So maybe create a master folder for your project on your computer. In our case, the project we're going to be working on for this video series is Brahms Hungarian Dance No. 5. So I'm going to share my screen here real quick. Basically, I just created a folder for myself here called Brahms Demo. And then right now you see a bunch of different folders because I've already done some editing. But the first thing you would see here is just a folder called Student Videos, right? And then you go ahead and just put all of your student videos in that folder. Make sure you know where they are, make sure they're labeled. If they didn't come labeled from your students, make sure you label them in a way that's clear and in a way that will save you time later. So you got all your files, you organize your files, and now it's time to start working on those files. And the first step on this process, at least the way I've learned to do things, is to do some audio cleanup. In the next video, I will show you how I use Audacity's noise reduction filter to clean up the audio for every file.